I love when they say neutral. Neutral's never neutral. You know, it's like, it's the fastest people trying to drop people like me. I was training for a marathon and I got injured. God, here we go again. And so I started, my friend got me, that I worked with, she was like, hey, didn't you used to be a swimmer? And I go, yeah. She goes, why don't you do a triathlon with me? So I started. I got a shitty bike off online, you know, for $200, and I did my first triathlon. I beat her, so I think she was a bit pissed about that. But then I just, you know, I went from a sprint triathlon to an Ironman within a year, you know, like, so I was really, really into it. And then that's when I was doing 3 sports, and I would always want to be riding. I'm like, okay, I'm making the switch. I'm going deep. I'm going into cycling. Yeah, and I've never looked back. I put some things on my calendar this year, hoping that they're on, like Dirty Kansas, and just to motivate me when I'm to train, because when I have things on the calendar, I'm like, holy crap, you know, it's a bit hard to bullshit your way through 200 miles, right? So you kind of have to train for it. Rock Cobbler, and a couple of, it's like 5 weeks out, just got postponed. Yeah, Rock Cobbler I've done like 3 or 4 times. Anyone that's done it, it's run by like Sam Ames. And it's a blast. Like it's normally like 90 miles if you do the long one, maybe 9,000 feet of climbing. You're going through all these like farmers, private property. You know, one time you rode through somebody's house, and there's always, if you know Sam, there's always like a couple of these steep pitches where you're like get off and you have to run with your bike, like do a hiker bike. And you're just like cursing at Sam. You're like, Sam, I love you, but I really hate you right now. You know, so it's fun. And then there's just good beer and food afterwards. So it's like, what's not to like about gravel? That one, and then the other one that I really liked was Spirit World. That was out in Patagonia, Arizona, and that was really cool because I've never ridden out there. And on the actual route, you got to see like Mexico. You could see the borders of Mexico and stuff. So I just drove out there on a whim. I'd heard about the race, and so it's 500 miles from LA to Patagonia. Booked a hotel, met up with a couple of friends that I knew that were doing it. So got there on Thursday. They had a little pre-party. Friday there was like a pre-ride, and then Saturday was the day. I think it was maybe 125 miles and 9,000 feet course. And it was, I think they capped it out at either 100 or 200 people. So it's a small group, really intimate. And it was just really, really beautiful riding through Patagonia. Like I said, you got to see the Mexican borders. At the aid stations, they had really good food. I probably was like calorie surplus by the time I finished that ride. And it was just, yeah, I've never been out there before. Very cool scenery, new place. I mean, that's the cool thing with gravel, right? You ride a lot of these roads that like you would not normally get to ride. And then saw the borders in the distance, and then I got my tequila shot, and I was in heaven after that. And I was sort of hurting by then. I was like, the tequila shot really took the edge off. And then I probably bombed that descent, you know, fastest than I would have ever gone if I had been sober anyway. And then when you came into the finish, there was they had a mariachi band, and there was tacos and beer, and it was just really cool. And everybody got up to like congratulate people that were coming in, which is, I've never really seen that happen at a race before. So I definitely want to go back. So that's Spirit World.